Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to talk week two of the college football season and my ATS picks predictions. Obviously, I'm not off to the greatest start, 2-3 now. Took LSU on Sunday night. Give it up to USC. Even though I got the game wrong, I'm glad they won because they were the better team that in that game. It was a great game. And Miller Moss, man, he's out there dotting. So that bowl game, it carried over to the regular season. He's looking like he's for real. So props to USC and props to you if you ended up taking USC and went against what I predicted. So anyway, we're off to a 2-3 start. Not the greatest, right? Let's see if we can turn things around this week, get back to a winning record. Now, you see, I only have two games for this week. There's not a lot of big games in college football this week, and there weren't a lot of games that really fit my model or caught my attention of what I wanted to bet on. So really only got these two games. Starting off with Texas. Texas is a 7.5 point favorite against Michigan. They started out at 6.5 point favorite, so money is on Texas. So that spread has gone up. When you look at this game, this game is all about Michigan to me. Michigan has a good defense. They had a good defense last year. It's carrying over to this season. They got guys like Mason Graham and Will Johnson. They got legit NFL guys on their defense. Michigan's problem is, and you saw it in their first game against Fresno, that offense. They lost so much talent, experience, leadership from last year. At quarterback, Davis Warren, Alex Origi, if that's how you pronounce his last name. They're doing like a platoon system at quarterback. One's the thrower, one's the runner. Neither one is any good, at least up to this point right now. At running back, they have Donovan Edwards, a good player, but I mean, you're going to run up against a stacked line when you don't have a quarterback who threatens a defense in the passing game. And then we're getting guys outside, too. They don't really have guys outside. Now, the game is in Ann Arbor, though, so you have that going for you. You're gonna have that home crowd. It's 100,000 in the big houses. They're gonna be up for this game. Other side, you got Texas. Texas, if you guys watch my preseason videos, I'm big on Texas. I hated the CJ Baxter injury because I'm pretty big on them. I definitely had them as a legit national title contender this season, and they're still in that mix. Um, Very experienced quarterback in Quinn Ewers, a guy who go to the Heisman ceremony, has speed outside. Silas Bolden, Mari Nye Black, these other guys, they got tons of speed outside, tons of receivers. They had to revamp their receiver room from last season. They went to the portal and did it, and they got some guys who can go. Yeah, CJ Baxter is out, but I told you guys Jaden Blue is a good running back. I just hope that he stays healthy for their sake. Great running back, great in the open field, explosive player. They got a lot of weapons offensively. So their offense, I think, matches up well with the Michigan defense. I don't think Michigan's going to be able to slow down this Texas offense all game long. And that's why I said it's up to the Michigan offense. How well can the Michigan offense perform against a Texas defense that, in my opinion, is is one of the best in the country. He definitely has brick wall capability. I think they're very tough up front. I think they have a great linebacker in Anthony Hill who's going to be a budding star. And I think they're great in the secondary. Neither team really got tested in the first one as far as opponent. Fresno's not a bad team, so Michigan got a little bit of a test there. So this is going to be the first test for both teams. In this first test, I like having a veteran quarterback who's been there, done that in Quinn Ewers. So I got Texas winning the game. And to be honest, I think Texas is going to go in there, and I think they're going to cover. I'm taking Texas, and I'm laying the 7. I see why that went up from 6.5 to 7. They're just a better team. I don't think the Michigan offense is really going to do much of anything in this game. I mean, if you're talking, 7 point favorite, right? You're laying 7. So is Michigan? Can Michigan score more than 14 without the help from the defense? I mean, you're going to need turnover help to get something going. Offensively for Michigan. So I don't see it. I don't think Michigan's going to move the ball very well. I don't think they're going to pass the ball very well at all in this game. And I think Texas is going to probably easily pull away in the second half and win this game fairly comfortably. So I'm taking Texas and I'm laying the 7. Moving on, Tennessee at NC State. Tennessee weren't tested last week, played Chattanooga, threw a party on Chattanooga. That game doesn't really count. NC State had a dogfight against Western Carolina. They won 38-21 at home against Western Carolina, but they were down 21-17 going into the fourth quarter in that game. Wasn't a good showing. Grace McCall wasn't a good showing. Looked inefficient, inconsistent. And part of the problem is they really only have one guy outside, Kevin Concepcion. He's a great player, but he's really the only threat they have outside. They had the Duke running back transfer in, Jordan Waters. You know, he looked good. He's a good player, but you need the threat of a passing game to really balance out your offense. You're going against a Tennessee team that, in my opinion, their weakness is in the secondary. You didn't see it against Chattanooga, but I think as the season goes along, that's what you're going to see. Their weakness is in the secondary. Grayson McCall and one wide receiver challenging that secondary, I don't really see it happening. I think James Pierce can get a lot of pressure on Grayson McCall in this game, force him into a lot of mistakes. And then NC State is going to press in this game because Tennessee is going to score. Nico at QB, he dots. Bad opponent, but he dots. They got weapons outside. Brew McCoy is back from his injury last year, and he looks like he's back to normal. Dylan Sampson in the backfield running the ball. Josh Heupel coaching the team, you know they're going to put points on the board. So he's going to put pressure. And with that up-tempo offense, he's going to put pressure on this NC State team. When Tennessee scores and scores again, I think NC State's going to start to press to try to keep pace. Will they be under pressure? You know, he'll be under. Grace McCall will be under siege by James Pierce and those guys. I think Tennessee is going to. I mean, laying 9 is a little high, but I think Tennessee go in there and win by 2 touchdowns. So there you have it. Only doing 2 games. I'm taking 2 road favorites, so this can be kind of dangerous sometimes. But I don't like Michigan's offense to really do anything against what I think is a very stout Texas defense. And that allowed Texas to pull away and cover. And I don't think NC State can keep pace in what in a shootout, I guess you could call it, because I think Tennessee's going to put up a lot of points. So there you have it. Texas and Tennessee covering. If you like the content, please like, follow, subscribe, all of that. As you're going to see my YouTube handle here in a few seconds. Take care.